This is something. I don't know exactly what to say. I think if I read the information right, this is called Edenton Bay. And there was some Civil War battle that occurred right there in the waters behind me. But very, very picturesque, and I hope I don't fall in. But very, very interesting, and very on a hot day, and have that wind coming over you, that breeze. That's feels kind of nice. I'm not exactly certain when I met Jay and Rachel. I was attending the same church they were, and there was some new home-based Bible study groups that were developing. And I thought, well, this is a great way to get involved, so I chose their house, made some good friends, had a lot of fun, learned some things, and that group, I think we lasted about 2 years, and then I lost contact with them, and but interestingly enough, we kind of regained contact through our mutual interest and fascination and desire for coffee. I love to hang out in coffee shops, and they love to drink coffee. So there's a connection there. One of the things about coffee, and I think one of the reasons I like coffee shops so much, is they are great bastions for conversation. And while I'm not an upfront, in front of the camera type of guy who can entertain with song and dance, I love to listen to people talk, because when you listen to people talk, then you get to learn their ideas and you can actually grow as a person. Jay and Rachel share basically the same ideals that I do. They're just a little better at articulating them than I am. So it was a little disappointing. Wait a minute, who am I kidding? It was a lot disappointing when the iPad ran out of space, and so I only had a few minutes here with them. But it is a few minutes that will kind of give another flavor of Kansas. So here's Jay and Rachel.
After work.
Hard day's work.
Flathead.
No, a flathead?
No, I am. After having the surgery cap.
I'm unshaven, oh my God. People are going to think I'm a...
You're going to make us look like a couple Kansas hicks. Let Jay put on his hick voice. And
You have a hick voice?
Sure. I can go hick on you. Just like that. I'm living in Kansas. It's flat.
yeah, we're as dumb as they say we are.
It's flat. We always see them airplanes there up flying over across the sky. We don't know where they're going or where they come from, but they never stop. They just fly right over. Wait a minute. Let me get my Bible.
Do you want us to show you our guns and our Bibles?
Hey, there you go. Yes, I heard Kansas people have guns and Bibles.
I gotta get my gun and my Bible. Put that here. I
It's
got
kind
the
of a-
word, and I got the word.
They had kind of a Kevin Costner feel to it, you know? Yeah.
What, this did?
Yes.
Hatfield.
Yes. Okay, you're both wearing Kansas t-shirts. That means you are K-State fans?
Kansas is KU.
I know.
We're KU and K-State fans.
We're both.
You're both?
Because we were K-State fans all of our lives until our daughter went to KU.
And it kind
Now
of
we're kind of
Oh, that's right. I remember that
sucks
now.
you. It kind of sucks you in
Yeah.
when you have a child going to school. She said she'd never get sucked into it because she didn't like KU.
But now she's there.
But she's there and she loves it.
Ah.
So she supports the teams, and
But now she hates K-State?
I don't
No.
think she hates him.
No, she says up at KU they don't understand why K-State hates them so bad because their arch enemy is Missouri. They
True.
don't feel the hate towards K-State like K-State feels towards KU.
That's right. Yeah, the old Civil War rivalry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Missouri burnt down Lawrence
Yeah.
in the Civil War.
Who's been in Kansas the longest? Neither of you are born here,
We
right?
were both born
Oh, we
here
were
6
bo-
months
all-
apart.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, all my
I was
days.
thinking you were born in Colorado.
We were the last year of children born at Old St. Rose Hospital.
For some reason, I picture you, Jay, in Iowa for some reason.
No.
No?
My brothers and I.
Born and raised on.
Well, as you see, people in Kansas do have a sense of humor. That is the interesting thing about rural communities, people in the Midwest, is we don't get as uptight as you might see people in the bigger cities. They become so offended at just the least little thing. You know, I mean, you can't say this or you can't say that, and or at least that's my perspective. Maybe, you know, the people. Anyway, that was Jay and Rachel, and hopefully sometime near in the future I might be able to get them on camera again, because they do have a lot to say. They're very vocal, and I am privileged to consider them my friends. This next friend of mine is another friend I am privileged to say that is a friend. We've been friends for, I don't know, 20 years maybe. Allan is a former Mennonite minister. He from the great state of Indiana, and he has had he has unending stories to tell of all his experiences, of all the people he's met, all the things he's seen, and I was lucky enough to get a few minutes here with him and his perspective on living in Kansas as a transplanted Indianan. Is that the right word? Is that Indianan? Or it's not Indian, no, Indianan. But he's a good guy, and I'm thankful that he is my friend, and here's a few words from Allan. Okay. When did you come to Kansas?
Moved to McPherson to pastor the Mennonite church there.
And when was that?
My goodness, 78.
And you've been here ever since?
Yes.
But you came from Indiana.
Came from Arkansas, but I grew up in Indiana.
And what could you say from all your travels? What's different about Kansas from all the places you've been?
We initially said that we never wanted to live in Kansas. We could go anywhere in the world but Kansas. But since we've been here, we've been very pleased.
And what was the drawback from? But why did you say not to move to Kansas?
We initially only knew Kansas as the northern part, traveling across the northern part of Kansas from Colorado to Indiana, and it was all flat and very boring. We've come to find out that there's beautiful places in Kansas that are hilling and rolling and very nice.
And you live on a farm today.
Yes.
And how did that come about?
Well, I married a city girl, and she often thought it would be fun to have a farm with some animals, and I had wanted to go back to those roots, so we had an opportunity to buy this little place, and we did.
And what type of animals have you had over the years?
Well, we started out with beef cattle, little calves, that we raised for our own meat. Then we went to raising buffalo and elk and wild horses from the federal government and Holstein bulls.
What's been the most entertaining animal you've raised?
Probably the elk and the buffalo.
And why is that?
Oh, they're just unusual. People are surprised that you have them and you get visitors. It's been fun.
What's what would you say is the one thing about living here that people who don't live here would be surprised at?
Would be surprised at? Probably the friendliness of the people.
Oh, really? Any examples come to mind?
Oh, don't think of anything right offhand, but it's just a general attitude of friendliness, cooperation, camaraderie. you have a problem, there's usually somebody there to help you with it.